Alright everyone, welcome back to another video, and today what I have for everyone is my full review of the GameXtrem Truly Wireless J92 Bluetooth earbuds. So, I've been using these earbuds for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm going to share with everyone today in today's full review. So hopefully by the end of this review, you guys and gals know if these earbuds are worth picking up. So without further ado, let's dive into today's full review. Now, starting off here, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds themselves. Now, build quality wise, these earbuds are primarily built out of plastic. Now, they do have some metal material in them, but it's primarily plastic. The driver units on the inside have a little bit of metal in there, and then you got the metal material for the magnets for the charging. But other than that, it's almost, I would say 85%, not even 95%, maybe even 95% plastic build on these. And that does two things, right? That cuts down on the overall cost of making these, but that also makes these very lightweight and comfortable for extended listening sessions, as well as that does make them durable. So I guess that's three things instead of two things. But talking about the build quality, is built primarily out of plastic, okay? Now, jumping over to the overall design, because you know we got to talk about the build quality and design together. These are two categories that we put together. These earbuds, in terms of design, are probably one of my favorite style of design earbuds, because these are the earbuds that incorporate the ear hooks. So these ear hooks go behind your ears and it hooks around, and this gives you an extremely comfortable fit. Alright, extremely comfortable fit. And then also what makes these earbuds one of my favorite designs is they have clicky buttons. So you don't have touch controls, you have a physical clicky button on these. So that, in combination with the ear hook design, that makes this design in terms of earbuds one of my favorites. Another one of my favorite earbud designs would have to be the ear wing design, where the wings go in the inner part of your ear. And then aside from that, you got these ear hooks. So those are my two favorite design types in terms of earbuds, okay? So in terms of the design, I have to say the design is top notch. In terms of the build, I'd have to say the build is just good. And the reason why I say that is because in my time with the earbuds, right, some of the metal material came out of the inside. Now, I clean my earbuds probably 2 to 3 times a week. And while I was cleaning it with my toothbrush and my disinfectant wipes and my microfiber cleaning cloth, right, some of that material fell out of it. And I'm looking like, oh, I thought that was all metal material. How could that just fall out? Like, if you look closely, you can kind of see it there. Some of that metal material fell out. Now, I thought this was a solid metal material, not like plastic mesh or anything like that. So I was not expecting for any metal materials or things of that nature to fall out. So that to me means the overall build quality takes a major hit. Now, I could understand if it was primarily all plastic in there, but it's not. That's actually little bits of metal material. So I'm like, oh, no, I wasn't expecting that. And for it to come out during the cleaning process. Now, I use a soft bristle toothbrush to clean my earbuds because I don't want anything too rough. So this is very soft to the touch. This is just to get the minute particles and dust particles out of there. And then we got the disinfectant wipes. And then the microfiber cleaning cloth. See, these are very sturdy but soft materials. They should not ruin anything that I try to clean with them. Not even in the slightest. So for those metal materials to fall out while I was cleaning the earbuds, that to me means the build quality on these takes a major hit. Okay, so that brings the build quality down from really good to good, but the overall design on these are top notch in my opinion. So with that being said, that means overall, in terms of the build quality and design, I have to say these earbuds are really good. Okay? Now, moving on, let's dive into the core features on these earbuds, okay? And core features wise, I have to say these earbuds are feature packed, okay? They don't quite have everything, but for what they offer and the price that they're going for, the price is something we're going to talk about later on, they are very feature packed. But with that being said, let's run through these core features real quick. Let's go. So core feature number one of these earbuds, they are packing the latest and greatest Bluetooth and Bluetooth 5.3, and they do have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Okay, so good stuff there. In terms of the waterproofing, they do have IPX4 waterproofing on these, so that means they should handle workouts or jogs or getting caught in the rain, no problems. They should be good to go. Now, I would like to have seen a little bit higher IP rating, like 5 or maybe 7, but IPX4 is the bare minimum, so that's not bad. And in terms of other things built into these earbuds, they do have dual microphones built into each earbud, so you are supposed to get really good call quality and really good dictation with these. And spoiler alert, it is good. It does need some improvement, but it is good. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But these earbuds do have dual microphones built into each earbud. Now, they are supposed to be touting 13 nanometer really solid drivers for deep bass and crystal clear phone calls. Spoiler, again, we're going to touch on that a little bit later on. I don't know about the crystal clear phone calls part, but the deep bass part, the bass on these is actually really good. Again, we're going to touch on that a little bit later on. But they do have 13 nanometer drivers, and you can use these earbuds in true independent mode, so one earbud at a time, or true stereo mode, so both earbuds together. Really good stuff in my opinion, and I always feel compelled to point that feature out when earbuds can do that, okay? But in terms of core features, that pretty much runs down all of them, okay? Let's keep it moving now. So up next now, let me give you guys and gals my opinions on the overall sound quality, the bass, and the volume on these, okay? And this is pretty much a reiteration of my fit and sound demo. So if y'all want to know my live reaction of how I feel about the sound quality, bass, and the volume, and you want to hear how these earbuds potentially sound, check that video out. I'll have all the extended coverage of these earbuds linked up down below in the video description, right? But this is just reiterating my opinion from that video. But talking about the overall sound quality, I have to say it is top notch. No distortion on the low or the high ends of the volume spectrum. No issues whatsoever. Talking about the overall volume, I have to say the volume is top notch as well. These earbuds get more than loud enough for me to drown out my surroundings so I can fully immerse myself in whatever I'm doing with the earbuds. So top-notch volume as well. And then talking about the all-important bass, and this is coming from a self-proclaimed bass head, not a professional, just an all-around music lover and a lover of bass in general. That bass has got to hit, it's got to be punchy, and I got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? I got to feel it. All right? But talking about the bass on these, this is where I do feel as though they take a little bit of a hit. Now, the bass is overall really good, but it's just missing a little bit more punch. I just wanted a little bit more grit out of it. But overall, you can feel it. It is noticeable, but it's just lacking just a touch more punch. A touch more punch, GameXtrem, and y'all would have had it. But that being said, that means that the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these earbuds is really good, okay? Now, let's keep it moving. Up next now, let's talk about the overall mic quality of the microphones built into these earbuds. And I would have to say this is another area where these earbuds, they definitely need some improvements. Now, for dictation, no issues, right? Dictation on Android, no issues. Dictation on iOS, well, y'all know iOS needs some help when we talk about dictation, so it is what it is. But for dictation, no issues, right? But for phone calls, now, for phone calls, I had no issues hearing callers on the other end, and they didn't have any issues hearing me, but there was some noticeable distortion when they started talking. Like, it was clear, but then when they started talking, it kind of got a little muffled. And as such, it kind of made me be like, wait, can you repeat that one more time? And I'm like, okay, so the mics on these definitely need some improvement. But in terms of the volume and hearing, not a problem. But once they started talking, and I had to respond back, it definitely needed some improvements. So the mics, in terms of making and taking phone calls, need some improvement there. Okay, definitely need some improvement there. But other than that, no other issues when we talk about the overall mic quality or microphone performance on these. Okay, now up next, now I just want to take everyone through how you would pair up these earbuds to your devices. Now, these pairing steps are universal. They'll work on your Android devices, okay? They'll also work on your iOS devices, as well as they will work on your Windows devices, your tablets, your desktops, you name it, okay? You just follow along with these steps, and you should have your earbuds paired up, no problem. Now, it does look a little bit different depending on the OS that you're connecting the earbuds up to, but the overall general Bluetooth pairing steps are the same. And today, I'm going to take you guys and gals through how to pair up on Android, okay? And I'm also going to take you guys and gals through how to pair up on iOS. Sorry for that bumpy cam production there, okay? Now, sadly, these are not a pair of earbuds where you can connect up and use two devices simultaneously, so you will have to connect up and use one device at a time, okay? But with that being said, let me walk y'all through these pairing steps. Now, there's two different ways you can put the device or earbuds into pairing mode. You can press and hold the physical button. You'll wait for the audible prompt, so you press and hold it for a few seconds. It will say powered on. You keep holding it, it will say pairing mode, and then you'll see a red and blue flashing LED indicating that the earbuds are in pairing mode. That's way number one. Now, way number two is you can drop the earbuds into the charging case, let them sit for a little bit, and then pull them out, and that will automatically put them into pairing mode. And being as that's the easiest and most convenient way to put them in pairing mode, let's use that to demonstrate how to put them in pairing mode today in today's video. So you drop in one, you let it start charging, make sure it seats properly, and then you just drop in the other one, and you let that start charging, make sure it seats properly. You can see it started charging there. And then you can see, if you look down, you see the red LED. That means it's seated properly. Now you just let that sit. And while that's sitting there, let's prep our devices. Now, I already pre-prepped these. But for Android, you just want to swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles. Tap on the Bluetooth quick toggle once to turn it on. Then you want to press and hold on it to bring you into the subsettings, Bluetooth subsettings menu. And then you want to tap on pair a new device to bring you to the pairing screen for your Android device. And this will also make your Android device scan for nearby Bluetooth devices. Now your Android device is ready, okay? You can do the same thing on iOS. It just looks a little bit different. So let me wake up my device. Let me use my face unlock, okay? So this is my iPhone 11 here. And then you want to swipe from the top right to bring up your action center. Boom. You tap the Bluetooth toggle once to turn it on. Then you press and hold on it once to take you into the Bluetooth subsettings menu. You press and hold on it again to take you deeper into the Bluetooth subsettings menu. And then you want to tap on Bluetooth settings here to take you into the main Bluetooth subsettings menu. Now you can see your iOS device is now scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices and the Bluetooth is on. Okay? So that's how you prep your iOS device. That's how you prep your Android device. Now, you can take out either earbud and connect it, or you could take out both earbuds and connect them. And it really doesn't matter which earbud you take out. Take them both out. You can see they both start flashing. They both start flashing blue and red, indicating that they are in pairing mode. Okay, now this one came out first, so it turned itself automatically into the right channel. Okay, and then this one came out last, so it turned itself into the left channel, and that's where you can see your red and blue flashing LED. This means that the earbuds are now in pairing mode and ready to be connected up to your device. And you can see on Android, you can see it right there, the model number J92. Okay, and then on iOS, you can see it right here, the model number J92. And so all you have to do at this point is just tap on that model number and it will begin the pairing process. And then you tap pair to confirm pair, and then it's paired up. And then on Android, in the Bluetooth subsettings menu here, you'll get the active earbud indicator along with the battery percentage. And then if we go home and you swipe down on your quick toggles again, you'll get your connected Bluetooth device and the battery percentage on Android, right? Now, you just pretty much redo the same thing on iOS to connect it up to iOS. So we're going to turn off Bluetooth on our Android device to turn it off. Okay. All right. And it gives you the disconnected prompt. And then it goes back into pairing mode. So you can see it went back straight into pairing mode after it was disconnected. And then we just do the same thing on iOS. So again, tap on the model number, J92. It's going to connect up, and now it's connected, right? And now on iOS, if you close the phone and push the power button, you'll see the battery percentage and the connected Bluetooth device on your lock screen here on your iOS device. And if you unlock the device and you swipe down on the action center here, you will see a battery icon indicating the charge level for the earbuds right here in the action center. Okay, so you can see the earbuds are fully charged, right? So those are the two ways to know that you have a device connected on iOS as well as on Android, right? And that's also the two ways to know the battery percentage for your earbuds, whether you're using an iOS device or an Android device, okay? And that, guys and gals, pretty much takes you through the pairing steps for these earbuds, all right? Now, in the next part of this video, I'm just going to take you guys and gals through the overall Bluetooth earbud button controls and the Bluetooth earbud phone call controls for these earbuds, and then we're going to continue on with the rest of this full review. So I hope you guys and gals find this next section of the video helpful, and I will see you guys on the other side. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright everyone, now in this portion of the video, I just want to take everyone through the GameXtrem J92 Bluetooth earbud button controls, okay? So as you can see, I have the earbuds in my ears, right? And I have the earbuds connected up to my tablet. You can see it right there. Let me zoom in for y'all. It's kind of grainy, but you can see it right there. Kind of lost focus, but take my word for it, right? We are connected, right? You can see it kind of right there. It is connected, and I do have some music pulled up. So let me go ahead and walk you through these button controls now. Now, the GameXtrem Truly Wireless J92 Bluetooth earbuds have all the Bluetooth earbud button controls except for volume. So we have play and pause, we have skip and next track, as well as restarting the track, as well as voice assistant. The only thing that we don't have is volume controls, but you can do that via your voice assistant or by physically using the volume on your device. Okay, so there are ways around that. But let's get into this demonstration now. Let's go. So starting off here, we do have the play pause functionality. So one tap on the right earbud, you can see the music starts playing. Same thing for the left. One tap on the left earbud, the music pauses. And then if I tap on the left earbud again, the music starts playing. Okay? Right there. So you got one tap, play and pause. Alright? And you can see it right there. Now if I want to go to the next track, I just double tap the right. And it goes to the next track. You can see it. Let's do it again. Double tap the right. 1, 2. And it goes to the next track. And then if I want to go to the previous track, I just double tap the left. It restarts it, and then it goes to the previous. So let me demonstrate here. 1, 2. Restart. 1, 2. Previous track. Let's do it again. Let me let it play for a little bit. Okay. Double tap. 1, 2. Restart. Double tap. Previous track. So just like that. Okay. And then if I want to call upon my Google Assistant or voice assistant, I could say the phrase, or I can press and hold on either earbud for about 1.5 seconds. I'll get a prompt, and then I can interact with my device using my voice assistant. So let's do it now. Let me check the weather. What's the weather like today in Palm Bay? And you can see we do get our weather controls. And then when it's done, we could tap out of it and we go back into our music. Okay? Other than that, we do also have a full-featured set of Bluetooth earbud phone call controls. I'll go ahead and throw it up in the video in post. And it's pretty much very self-explanatory. Once you get the hang of it, it does become second nature. But that does it for this portion of the video. Again, this was the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the GameXtrem J92 Truly Wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Alright? I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this portion of the video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. And I will see you guys on the other side. Let's jump back into the full review now. Let's go. Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed that last section of the video, and I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. Now let's continue on with the rest of this full review. So up next now, let's talk about the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, as I said earlier, in terms of Bluetooth, these earbuds have Bluetooth 5.3 built into them, so the latest and greatest Bluetooth. And I gotta say, in terms of the range and the strength, it was actually top notch, didn't have any issues, and I can more than extend that range in terms of the Bluetooth range and strength. So how I test the Bluetooth range and strength, guys and gals, is I connect up any one of my devices, then I start playing something like a movie or some music, and I leave my connected device here, and then I just start walking with the earbuds in. So for reference, I'm in my bedroom / office / recording studio. Yes, it's multi-purpose. And about 15 feet from here is the kitchen. Oops, I just dropped my thing. 15 feet from the kitchen is the side porch or lanai. 15 feet from the side porch or lanai is the pool deck. And then 15 feet from there is the driveway. So 15 kitchen, 15 which is 30 lanai, 15 which is 45 pool deck, 15 which is driveway, which is 75 feet driveway, right? And then if I go down to the end of my driveway, that's a little bit over 100 feet. And I'm very happy to report that I made it to my pool deck area before I started to have disconnect issues. So I made it about 45 feet away through about 6 walls before I started to have disconnect issues. So that to me means the Bluetooth on these are top notch because it's more than the advertised range. The advertised range is 10 meters or 33 feet, and I easily got it to go 45 feet. And since it's better than the advertised range, that makes it top notch in my opinion. Okay? Now, if it could hit the advertised range, no problem. That would have just made it okay good because it just hit what is advertised. But since it went above and beyond the advertised Bluetooth range, it is top notch. Okay? So the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these earbuds is top notch in my overall opinion. Okay. Let's move on now. Let's talk about the overall durability. Okay? Now, y'all know me. Maybe you're new to the channel, but I'm Mr. Super Clumsy. So it's just a matter of time before I drop these earbuds, accessories, and products. It just happens. I'm clumsy, okay? It is what it is. Now, in my weeks with this here Bluetooth pair of earbuds, I have not dropped these. I'm knocking on wood. But I have fallen asleep with them on. They survived no problem. I've taken them on multiple workouts. And yes, I know some of my friends have seen me. Y'all got surprised. Your boy back in the gym, back on the treadmill, doing the cardio. And I told y'all that cardio is killer, so I was skipping it. But I also told y'all when I have products to test, i.e. Bluetooth products, that means I will be killing myself on the treadmill because I got to test these products in the worst possible conditions. So yes, y'all, I know y'all saw me on the treadmill in the gym and y'all got mad excited like, oh, yo, E, you back on the treadmill? Yes, because I'm testing products. But yes, I can tell y'all in terms of the durability, whether you sleep with these on or whether you take them on the most rigorous of rigorous workouts, they should handle it no problems. Now, in terms of the drop durability, however, I have not dropped these yet. So I can't attest to that. But in terms of workouts and sleeping, they held up no problems. So to me, that leads me to believe that the overall durability on these is top notch. Now, okay, you still want to be extremely careful, okay? Because one good drop on these and they could break, okay? So although they may be more apt to survive a drop or sleeping or workouts, still you want to be extremely careful because one good drop could break these bad boys and then you just lost money on your Bluetooth earbud investment. So please, although the durability is top notch in my opinion, be careful, okay? But if you are more Mr. Clumsy or Super Clumsy like myself, these are more apt to survive, okay? Now, let's keep it moving now. Let's go. So up next now, let's talk about an important category when we talk about Bluetooth earbuds and charging cases or Bluetooth accessories in general. Let's talk about the overall charge times and let's talk about the overall battery life, all right? Now, before I can get into my particular results and how I feel about it, we have to reiterate the manufacturer's estimates. So, GameXtrem quoted that these earbuds should give you 8 hours on a single charge and an additional, 60 hours including the charging case, all right? Or you get a combined total of 60 hours including the charging case. So you get 8 hours on a single charge, and then including the charging case, you get a combined total of 60 hours of overall usage. All right? And doing the math, that means that the charging case should provide 7.5 additional charges. Okay? And they also quoted, and thank you GameXtrem for quoting, The charging case should take about 2 hours to reach a full charge, and the earbuds should take about 2 hours to reach a full charge. Thank you, GameXtrem, for providing all of the specifications, okay? All of the need-to-know important specifications. Thank you, okay? I'm kind of tired of these manufacturers just, oh, it should give you 24 hours, and, you know, including the charging case, that might give you 36, and they don't tell you how many estimated charges you're going to get. They don't tell you. Or they don't tell you how long the earbuds are going to take to charge. Oh, it charges. You know, they don't tell you how long the charging case is going to take to charge. Oh, you'll figure it out. Thank you for providing all the necessary information and specifications, GameXtrem. That makes my job a whole lot easier, okay? Now, that goes over the manufacturer's estimates. Let's get into my specific results, okay? Now, for reference, when I was testing these earbuds, I tested them at 35% volume and 50% volume, respectively, okay? And I tested them with extremely heavy usage. And in everything that I could do with the earbuds connected, I did it, okay? So my results are going to differ from yours because we all use our Bluetooth devices differently, okay? So this is just my particular experience with my particular usage style and my particular results. That being said, let's get into it now. So I averaged in stereo mode between 7 and 7.5 hours on a single charge, and or about 28 to about 30 hours including the charging case in stereo mode, okay? And that means that the charging case actually provided me 4 additional charges, not 7.5, okay? So that's what I got. Again, 7 to 7.5 hours in stereo mode using both earbuds together, okay? And the charging case actually provided me 4 additional charges, okay? So I was kind of disappointed right from there because, again, I didn't average the 8 hours. Now, these earbuds do get 8 hours or just over 8 hours of usage depending on what you're doing, because in independent mode, I was regularly hitting 8 hours, okay? But in stereo mode, I couldn't hit 8 hours of usage to save my life, okay? But in independent mode now, I was averaging between 14 and 15 hours on a single charge. And basically, in independent mode, that just means you're using one earbud, it dies, you bring in the other one, you use that. So you're basically hypermiling the earbuds by using them one at a time, okay? So basically, 7 and 7 turn into 14, okay? But I was getting upwards of 15 hours. So I was actually hitting 8 hours or just below 8 hours using the earbuds in independent mode, even though I could not get that in stereo mode, okay? And then, including the charging case, that means I was getting a combined total of between 57 hours up to just over 60 hours. So that does mean I hit the manufacturer's estimates, no problems. But that also tells me that they pretty much designed these earbuds for you to use them in independent mode. Yes, you can use them in stereo mode, but you're not going to get the best battery life out of them unless you use them in independent mode. Okay? So I was kind of bummed out about that because to me, okay, Bluetooth accessories in general should be able to easily get you 8 hours plus. Or 10 hours plus, my bad. Regardless of whether you're using them in stereo mode or independent mode, 10 hours should be the standard. And then above that should be like, whoo, yeah. Why do I say that? Because with 10 hours of battery life, that means even if you forget to charge them, you should still be good to go for multiple days. Or if you just want to use them for one long stretch, you don't have to worry about them dying in the middle of you doing something important, like dictating a paper, or dictating an email, or taking a string of very important phone calls. That's why I feel 10 hours plus should be the standard in terms of battery life. But it did hit the manufacturer's estimates, so I'd have to say the battery life on these is just okay. But it was below the 10-hour standard, so to me that means the battery life on these do need improvement. Now, moving on over, let's talk about charge times. And I have to give GameXtrem mad kudos for incorporating something that I've been asking for in Bluetooth earbuds for years. Built-in percentage readout display for the earbuds. You can see right and left indicator, and then we also got a percentage readout display for the case. Love it. Guesswork done. Okay? No guesswork whatsoever when we talk about these earbuds. Okay? Now, talking about charging, right? The earbuds themselves, in my testing, took about just under an hour and a half to reach a full charge. I believe my exact number in terms of averages was an hour and 28 minutes. Okay? That's for charging up the earbuds. Now, when we talk about charging the charging case took about just under 2 hours to reach a full charge. When we talk about my testing, it averaged about an hour and 42 minutes. Okay? So, again, this is where I say GameXtrem did a great job, because with all of my testing, it actually came in better than what they advertised. They advertised 2 hours. I got an hour and a half on the earbuds, and I got an hour and 42 to 45 minutes on the charging case, meaning that it came in better than what they advertised. So that leads me to say that the overall charge times for the case and the earbuds is actually really good. Okay? Now, could it be better? Yes, and I would have actually preferred for the earbuds and the charging case to charge up at the exact same rate. So if the earbuds charge up in an hour and a half, I want to see the charging case charge up in an hour and a half. If the charging case charges up in an hour, I want to see the earbuds charge up in an hour. But the fact that they do exceed the manufacturer's estimates of 2 hours means the charging on these is actually, it's good. It's good. Okay? So that goes over the charge times, and that goes over my battery life with the earbuds. Okay? And keep in mind, your guys and gals results may vary. Okay? Because we all use our devices and products differently. And another thing I want y'all to keep in mind is that I use fast chargers all throughout my home. Okay? So I got 30 watt chargers, I got 65 watt chargers, I got 80 watt chargers all throughout my home. So the minute I plug something in, I'm getting the absolute fastest charge out of it. Okay? So if you don't have fast chargers and you use the included cable, you're not going to get as fast a speed. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay? That's also why I say our results will always vary, because I'm using fast charging anytime I plug something in. You guys and gals may not be. As a matter of fact, comment down below if you're using a fast charger when you charge up your products, or you're using a standard wattage charger, or you're just using charging brick that you got from years ago and you just never got rid of it. Okay? Comment down below what charging style you're using. Are you using standard charging? Are you using fast charging? Are you connecting it up to your computer to charge it? Leave that down below in the comments. I'll be real interested to see how many of us are actually using genuine fast charging, like 65 watts, 80 watts, 100 watts. Let me know. I'll be interested in your feedback down below. But that goes over the charge times. That goes over the battery life. Now let's move on to another important category. Now, I just want to take a second to summarize the positives and the negatives of these truly wireless GameXtrem J92 earbuds. Okay? So, if you guys and gals watch no other part of this full review, as long as you watch this next category, you should get a really good general overall idea as to how I feel about the earbuds and whether or not they should be worth picking up. And I might just pin this portion of the video down below in the comments just to make it quicker for everyone. Because I know everyone doesn't like to sit through a super long video, even though it's packed with a bunch of information. I know sometimes y'all just want the cliff notes or the highlights, okay? So I might pin this section in the comments, and I might pin the pairing steps in the comments just to make this video faster for everyone, okay? But let me summarize the positives and negatives of these earbuds, and then we'll move on to the final part of the video. Now, another thing I want to mention, disclaimer. I am not perfect, and I never claim to be. So if y'all pick up the earbuds and you notice that there's a positive that I did not mention in the video, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. Also, vice versa. If y'all pick up the earbuds and you notice there's a negative that I did not mention in the video, please leave that feedback down below in the comments as well. Only through providing our feedback can we get overall improvements on the products that we spend our hard-earned money on. If we don't leave our feedback, companies will think it's okay to just rest on their laurels, okay? You don't want them to do that. You should strive for constant improvement, okay? Especially as things get more expensive, you should strive for constant improvements, okay? But, disclaimer, I may not get all the positives, I may not get all the negatives. This is just based on my experience and my overall opinions. Alright, let's run them down now. Let's start with the positives first. So, the overall build quality and design on these is really good. These bad boys do have an extremely solid core feature set. The overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these is really good. Okay? The overall Bluetooth range and strength on these is top notch. The overall durability on these is top notch. The overall charge times on these is really good. Okay? And these are available for a really great price. Okay? That basically summarizes all of the positives in my opinion. Oh, also these are extremely comfortable for extended listening sessions. So that's good stuff there as well. Alright. That now officially summarizes all the positives. Now, moving on and talking about the negatives. I almost forgot. And I do got to give them kudos for packing in a percentage readout display as well as USB Type-C. Okay? So now that officially summarizes all the positives. Right? Moving on to the negatives now. Okay? The overall mic quality or microphone performance definitely needs some improvements. Okay? The overall battery life definitely needs some improvements. Again, it really should be 10 hours plus. Okay? I know that people may not actually use all 10 hours in one sitting, but it's just the reassurance that knowing if I don't charge my earbuds or I forget them and I want to pick them up and use them, I still got battery life to spare. So the battery life needs improvements. The microphone performance needs some improvements. Okay? Other than that, okay, I really would have wanted to see wireless charging built into this charging case. And it could be a little smaller. This is a little big. Other than that, those are all the negatives that I experienced in my time with these earbuds. Okay? And honestly, if you look at how the lists stack up, because I have a full list of the positives and a full list of the negatives thrown up in posts, the positives on these vastly outweigh the negatives on these. Okay? But that summarized the positives and negatives of these earbuds. Now let's move on to the final part of this review. Let's talk pricing, let's talk final thoughts, and let me get into making my overall recommendations. Let's go. Now, before we get into the pricing and I share my final thoughts and make recommendations, I do have to disclose that this was a product that came into the channel free of charge thanks to the Amazon Vine program. So what does that mean? This was provided to the channel with the simple, with the only thing me needing to do was to use the product and provide my honest feedback via an Amazon review to be published on Amazon written style. Other than that, I had no other obligations for this product. And also to go alongside that in no way, shape, form, or fashion influenced my overall opinions of this product. As always, I reserve the right to keep it straight 100 around here. Regardless of how I get a product, I'm always going to keep it straight 100. So if I would have got these into the channel and they were garbage, I would have told you why they're garbage and why you shouldn't pick them up. If I would have got these into the channel and I absolutely loved everything about them, I would have told you what I absolutely loved about them and why I would recommend you pick them up. Okay? With that being said, although these did come into the channel free of charge, I still did do my due diligence, meaning I scoured the internet. I'm getting tired of looking through web pages on the internet, and I found these bad boys ranging in price from $16, $15.99, all the way up to $36, $35.99. Keep in mind, that does not include the taxes. Okay? That's before taxes. And if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you get free shipping and handling. If you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you also got to factor in the shipping and handling along with the taxes. That being said, let's check the live pricing for these on Amazon right now. Let's go. So pulling them up on Amazon here. Aha. They're still going for $15.99 is the cheapest here. So you can see, let me show you right there. Now, right there, you can see $15.99. Okay? And you can see these are the earbuds right here. Okay? So, at that price, right? Again, I found them from $16 to $36 before taxes. At that price, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these earbuds up? Well, I'm going to have to say yes. If you're in the market for some earbuds and the negatives that I pointed out were not deal breakers for you, and you just want some reliable earbuds, and you're not trying to break the bank, because you know we all got to make our money stretch these days. That's what this channel is all about. Then I can easily recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these earbuds up. Are they perfect? No. Do they need some improvements? Oh yes. But they do deliver as advertised, and they do come in at a really great price. So, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick these up if you're in the market for new earbuds and you don't want to break the bank? I would have to say yes, yes indeed. Okay? Now, for the all-important question, will I be keeping these, or will I be getting rid of these or giving these away? What am I going to do? Well, guys, you already know, guys. You already know. I'm going to go ahead and send these on down the line to somebody else and let somebody else get some better usage out of them. Because y'all already know, if y'all saw the videos, I got another pair of earbuds that we're going to be taking a look at. Oop, upside down. So we will be taking a look at these earbuds next. And I'm still in the review process for my Apple AirPods Pro. Okay? So we're also looking at those earbuds as well. So we still got a variety of earbuds and Bluetooth products to look at. This was just the first of many. So I'm not going to be keeping these. I'm going to send these on down the line, and hopefully someone will get some really good usage out of them. Because y'all know I'm all about spreading the love around here. Just as much as I am about finding everyone a really good deal. But that being said, Again, can I recommend these? I'm going to have to say yes. Yes, indeed. And that does it, guys and gals, for today's video. As always, if you guys and gals enjoyed the video, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you would like to see more content like this, also feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. Alright? That being said, if this video piqued your interest, all the links to where y'all can pick up these earbuds at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description, as well as all of my extended coverage and timestamps for this full review video. All of that good stuff will be linked up down below in the video description as well. And as the name implies, the purchasing links will contain affiliated buy links, meaning that when you guys and gals make your purchase using those affiliated buy links, I do get a small percentage of commission that I do put back into the channel at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So that makes those affiliated buy links a win-win for everyone. And as always, again, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Today's video was recorded using a combination of cameras between the S10e and the S7 Active, okay? Yes, it's been a while since I used this bad boy, but I decided to use this bad boy to record the Bluetooth earbud button control section, and it came out pretty good. All right? But other than this video was recorded using the S10e in 1080p. Now, when you do dual recording on the S7, it's capped at 720p, so you can get the most out of it. 720p dual recording on the S7 will give you 10 minutes, okay? But the rest of this video was recorded with the S10e in 1080p, okay? So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality, as well as what you think of the overall audio quality, as well as what you think of the lighting as well. It's hot over here, y'all. We got these studio lights bumping right here, and it is hot. It's hot. Here go the studio lights. It's hot. I'm sweating. You could probably hear my voice cracking because I need to go get some water. But please let me know what you think of the overall video quality. Please let me know what you think of the overall audio quality, as well as what you think of these earbuds in general down below in the comments. As always, all your feedback is greatly appreciated. And please remember to keep it respectful, please. All right? Hope everyone is having a great day. Hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there. And I will catch everyone in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. We're out of here. Peace. All right. I think up next, we're going to take a look at those headphones that I just published a unboxing video on, because that also came into the channel via the Amazon Vine program. So I'm going to take care of all my obligations first before we dive into the AirPods Pro and the JLabs Go Sport Ear. Okay? Always got to take care of obligations before you can have fun. That's how life works. Before we can spend money, we got to make money. All right? Before we can make money, we got to go work hard and earn the money. Always got to take care of your obligations first. You only really appreciate something if you put in the hard work and spend the hard-earned money to get it. Then you'll always appreciate it because you worked hard for it and you spent your money for it. Keep that in mind. Now, there are some of us that when we get certain things for free, we appreciate it and we're grateful. But a lot of people, we don't really appreciate it unless we put in the hard work and spend the money to get it. But we can't really play until we work hard first and earn the money. So I got to take care of these obligations first, and then we can get into the stuff that I, really want to take a look at. Even though I really do like taking a look at everything that comes across the studio into the channel. It is what it is. If I didn't like it, it wouldn't come into the studio. I wouldn't do videos on it. But it is what it is. Obligations always come first before you play. Okay? Alright, hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there. And I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We're out of here. Peace. 2 time for the 2 time. Peace.